in the court.
Question number 51. The Indian Evidence Act applies to proceedings before an arbitrator, does not apply to proceedings before an arbitrator, does not apply to appeals, or is basically a substantive law. Correct answer है does not apply to proceedings before an arbitrator. Option B is the right answer. It is provided in section 1 of the BSA, भारतीय साक्ष्य अधिनियम. Question number 52. Whenever it is provided in the Indian Evidence Act that the court may presume a fact, the court may call a proof of that fact, the court is bound to regard that fact as proved, the parties can presume that fact as proved, or that fact is conclusive proof. Correct answer है may call for proof of that fact. Option A is the right answer. और ये कहाँ प्रोवाइडेड है? ये प्रोवाइडेड है सेक्शन 2 सबसेक्शन 1 क्लॉज H ऑफ द भारतीय साक्ष्य अधिनियम. Question number 53. Under the provisions of the Indian Evidence Act, admissions and confessions have same meaning. Admissions and confession have different meaning. Admissions are a matter in criminal trial. Confessions are a matter in civil trial. कन्फेशंस सिविल में होता है एक्चुअली, और जो कन्फेशन होता है वो क्रिमिनल में होता है. यहाँ पे द करेक्ट आंसर वुड बी एडमिशंस एंड कन्फेशंस हैव डिफरेंट मीनिंग. सो ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 54. Relevant entries in the books of account alone are sufficient to charge any person with liability, can be taken into consideration in a criminal trial, are not sufficient to charge any person with liability, or can help a judge in deciding a suit. Correct answer है are not sufficient to charge any person with the liability. ऑप्शन सी सही आंसर है. और कहाँ प्रोवाइडेड है ये प्रोवाइडेड है सेक्शन 28 ऑफ द BSA, जो कि पहले था सेक्शन 34 ऑफ द इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 55. The question before the court was, what was the cause of? This is cause of wreck of a ship. Protest made by the captain whose attendance cannot be produced is not a relevant fact. The judge cannot rely on it. Can be proved by hearsay evidence, or is a relevant fact. Correct answer है it is a relevant fact. और ये कौन सा सेक्शन है? इट इज़ सेक्शन 26 ऑफ द BSA इलस्ट्रेशन. इट इज़ इलस्ट्रेशन H, जो कि पहले था सेक्शन 32 ऑफ द इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट. उसकी इलस्ट्रेशन H में था ये. सो दिस सेक्शन इज़ ऑन डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन. डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन का सेक्शन है ये. दैट इज स्टेटमेंट्स मेड बाय द पर्सन्स whose attendance cannot be ensured in the court. Or next question is number 56. In criminal cases, the fact that the person accused is of a good character is not a relevant fact, is a relevant fact, cannot be proved, or is a conclusive fact. Correct answer है is a relevant fact. और ये कहाँ प्रोवाइडेड है? इट इज़ प्रोवाइडेड इन सेक्शन 47 ऑफ द BSA, जो कि पहले था सेक्शन 53 ऑफ द इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 57. कंटेंट्स ऑफ अ डॉक्यूमेंट कैन बी प्रूव्ड बाय प्राइमरी और सेकेंडरी एविडेंस. इज एग्जामिनिंग अ विटनेस हु हैज़ नॉट सीन द डॉक्यूमेंट, बाय टेकिंग एक्सट्रेनियस एविडेंस इनटू कंसिडरेशन, और विदाउट एनी एविडेंस. करेक्ट आंसर है इट कैन बी प्रूव बाय प्राइमरी और सेकेंडरी एविडेंस. कहाँ पे प्रोवाइडेड है? सेक्शन 56 ऑफ द भारतीय साक्ष्य अधिनियम, जो कि पहले था सेक्शन 61 ऑफ द इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 58. When a document purporting to be a power of attorney duly authenticated as required by law is produced, the court can take it as conclusive proof. The court may presume its execution and authentication, or the court shall presume its execution and authentication. Nothing is required to be proved. So the correct answer is the court shall presume its execution and authentication. Option C is the right answer. कहाँ पे provided है? Section 84 of the BSA, जो कि पहले था Section 85 of the Indian Evidence Act. Question number 59. The burden of proving the existence of circumstances bringing the case within the general exceptions in the Indian Penal Code is upon the prosecution, upon the magistrate, upon none, or upon the accused person. Correct answer है upon the accused person. D is the right answer. और ये कहाँ provided है? Under section 108 of the BSA, जो कि पहले था section 105 of the Indian Evidence Act. Question number 60. Admissibility of evidence is to be decided by the parties to a trial, the judge, the public prosecutor, or the advocates of the parties. Correct answer है judge. The judge has to decide the admissibility of evidence. Option B is the right answer. और ये कहाँ provided है? It is provided in section 141 of the BSA, जो कि पहले था section 136 of the Indian Evidence Act. Question number 61. A is accused before the court of session of attempting to murder a police officer while on his trial before B, a sessions judge. So B can be examined as to what occurred. Actually, it should be B, not A. Then B cannot be examined as to what occurred. B questions cannot be asked to A. और B cannot be administered oath. तो correct answer है B can be examined as to what occurred. A is the right answer. और ये कहाँ provided है? It is provided under section 127 of the BSA, जो कि पहले था section 121 of the Indian Evidence Act. ये जो है ये एक exception है privileged communication का, the privileged communication which is provided to the judges and the magistrates. Question number 62. A sentence of imprisonment for life passed by an assistant sessions judge is subject to confirmation by the High Court, is beyond his power, is not subject to confirmation by the High Court, or can be passed without hearing the parties. तो correct answer है option B, is beyond his power. क्योंकि जो असिस्टेंट सेशंस जज थे CRPC में सिर्फ 10 साल तक की पनिशमेंट दे सकते थे. बट अब जो नया लॉ है BNSS, उसमें ये प्रोविज़न है ही नहीं. दिस सेक्शन इज़ नॉट देयर इन दी BNSS, जो कि बात करता है असिस्टेंट सेशंस जज कितनी पनिशमेंट दे सकते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 63. इन सर्टेन केसेस एनी पुलिस ऑफिसर कैन नॉट अरेस्ट एनी पर्सन विदाउट एन ऑर्डर फ्रॉम अ मैजिस्ट्रेट एंड विदाउट अ वारंट, or can arrest any person without an order from a magistrate and without a warrant, or without an order or without a warrant. तो सही आंसर है can arrest any person without an order from a magistrate and without a warrant. Option B is the right answer. और ये कहाँ provided है? Section 35 of the BNSS, जो कि पहले था Section 41 of the CRPC. Question number 64. Any property which may be alleged or suspected to have been stolen cannot be seized by a police officer, can be seized by a police officer, can be sold by a police officer, or can be appropriated by a police officer. सही आंसर है ऑप्शन B, can be seized by a police officer. और कहाँ provided है ये? Under section 106 of the BNSS, जो कि पहले था section 102 of the CRPC. Question number 65. If a husband has contracted marriage with another woman and keeps a mistress, is a just ground for his wife to refuse to live with him, is not just ground for his wife to live with him, is just ground for his wife to marry another person, इज़ जस्ट ग्राउंड फॉर द हस्बैंड टू सीक डिवोर्स। तो सही आंसर है ऑप्शन ए, इज़ अ जस्ट ग्राउंड फॉर हिज वाइफ टू रिफ्यूज़ टू लिव विद हिम। और ये कहाँ पे प्रोवाइडेड है? सेक्शन 144 ऑफ द BNSS, मेंटेनेंस पे जो सेक्शन है, जो कि पहले था सेक्शन 125 ऑफ द CRPC। Question number 66. A magistrate making an order of alteration of the amount of maintenance may increase the amount above 500 rupees per month, cannot increase the amount in excess of rupees 500, can dismiss the application in limine, can increase the amount without hearing the parties. तो ये बेसिकली क्वेश्चन जो है ये हमारा पेपर 2000 का है। तो ये दिस इज़ पर्टेनिंग टू द ओल्ड लॉ, दैट इज़ बिफोर द अमेंडमेंट केम इनटू फोर्स। जब CRPC में 2005 का अमेंडमेंट आया उसके बाद देयर इज़ नो लिमिट ऑन द अमाउंट ऑफ मेंटेनेंस विच अ मैजिस्ट्रेट कैन ऑर्डर। तो ये क्वेश्चन इज़ लाइक इनफ्रक्चुअस फॉर आवर पर्पस, बिकॉज अब कोई लिमिट नहीं है, क्योंकि पहले जो लिमिट होती थी विच इट वॉज अराउंड 500 रुपीज़ और समथिंग। सो देयरफॉर दिस क्वेश्चन इज़ कम्प्लीटली इनवैलिड फॉर आवर पर्पस। Question number 67. Where two courts subordinate to the same High Court have taken cognizance of the same offence, and a question arises as to which of them shall try that offence, the question shall be decided by any one of these courts. The question cannot be decided by any court. The question shall be decided by the concerned High Court, or the question can be left to the parties. करेक्ट आंसर है द क्वेश्चन शैल बी डिसाइडेड बाय द कंसर्न्ड हाई कोर्ट, ऑप्शन सी। और ये प्रोवाइडेड है सेक्शन 206 ऑफ द BNSS, जो कि पहले था सेक्शन 186 ऑफ द CRPC। ये बात करता है दैट द हाई कोर्ट टू डिसाइड इन केस ऑफ एनी डाउट। क्वेश्चन नंबर 68. If a complaint in writing is made to a magistrate who is not competent to take cognizance of the offence, he shall dismiss the complaint, he shall punish the complainant, he shall decide the complaint, or he shall return it for presentation to the proper court with an endorsement to that effect. तो करेक्ट आंसर है ऑप्शन डी, he shall return it for presentation to the proper court with an endorsement। और ये कहाँ प्रोवाइडेड है? इट इज़ प्रोवाइडेड इन सेक्शन 224 ऑफ द BNSS, जो कि पहले था सेक्शन 201 ऑफ द CRPC। Question number 69. Bail to a person apprehending arrest can be granted by the High Court or the Court of Session, can be granted by a metropolitan magistrate, is a matter of right, cannot be considered by any court. Correct answer है can be granted by the High Court or the Court of Session. Option A is the right answer. और ये कहाँ provided है? It is provided in section 482 of the BNSS, जो कि पहले था सेक्शन 438 ऑफ द CRPC। ये बात कर रहे हैं एंटीसिपेटरी बेल के बारे में। क्वेश्चन नंबर 70. An appeal against acquittal made by metropolitan magistrate shall lie to the Sessions Court, the High Court, the same court or the lower court. करेक्ट आंसर है ऑप्शन ए, द सेशंस कोर्ट। और ये कहाँ प्रोवाइडेड है? इट इज़ प्रोवाइडेड इन सेक्शन 419 ऑफ द BNSS, जो कि पहले था सेक्शन 378 ऑफ द CRPC, विच टॉक्स अबाउट द अपील इन केस ऑफ एक्विटल। क्वेश्चन नंबर 71. The registrar of a provincial small cause court can, when conferred with jurisdiction by the state government, try suits of unlimited pecuniary jurisdiction. तो यहाँ बेसिकली रजिस्ट्रार के बारे में पूछा गया है, रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ प्रोविंशियल स्मॉल कॉज कोर्ट, कि उनके पास कितनी जुरिस्डिक्शन है, पेक्यूनरी जुरिस्डिक्शन। ऑप्शन बी, ट्राई सूट्स अप टू लिमिटेड पेक्यूनरी जुरिस्डिक्शन, कैन नॉट ट्राई एनी सूट, कैन ऑल्सो डिसाइड क्रिमिनल केसेस। तो सही आंसर है कैन ट्राई सूट्स अप टू लिमिटेड पेक्यूनरी जुरिस्डिक्शन, बिकॉज वो ऐसे सूट्स ट्राई कर सकते हैं जिनकी वैल्यू 20 रुपये से कम है, 20 रुपीज़ से कम है, तो उनकी जुरिस्डिक्शन इतनी ही है एज पर सेक्शन 12 ऑफ द स्मॉल कॉज कोर्ट एक्ट। नेक्स्ट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 72. A court of small causes under the Provincial Small Cause Courts Act cannot take cognizance of the suits specified in the second schedule, can take cognizance of all suits of civil nature, can entertain the criminal complaints, or can decide matrimonial cases also. तो सही आंसर है कैन नॉट टेक कॉग्निजेंस ऑफ द सूट स्पेसिफाइड इन द सेकेंड शेड्यूल. ऑप्शन ए इज द राइट आंसर. Question number 73. Provincial small cause courts can try a suit against the government, union or state, can try a suit relating to mortgages, cannot try a suit against the government, union or state, can try a suit for damages for malicious prosecution. तो सही आंसर हो जाएगा कैन नॉट ट्राई अ सूट अगेंस्ट द गवर्नमेंट, यूनियन और स्टेट. ऑप्शन सी इज़ द राइट आंसर. और ये कहाँ पे फॉल करता है? ये बेसिकली सेकेंड शेड्यूल में फॉल करता है ऑफ द प्रोविंशियल स्मॉल कॉज कोर्ट्स एक्ट. और सेकेंड शेड्यूल किसके बारे में बात करता है? सेकेंड शेड्यूल ऑफ द एक्ट बात करता है ऐसे केसेस के बारे में जो प्रोविंशियल स्मॉल कॉज कोर्ट्स हैं वो ट्राई नहीं कर सकते. क्वेश्चन नंबर 74. An appeal against an order of the provincial small cause court, if appealable, shall be made to the district court, high court, metropolitan magistrates court or the city civil court. Correct answer है to the district court. Option A is the right answer as per section 24 of the Provincial Small Cause Courts Act. Question number 75. Save as provided by the Provincial Small Cause Courts Act, a decree or order made under the provisions of the said act shall be appealable, reviewed, final or no decree or order. Correct answer है shall be final. Option C सही आंसर है. It is as per section 27 of the Provincial Small Cause Courts Act. Question number 76. Say which of the following suits are accepted from the cognizance of the Provincial Small Cause Courts. मतलब हमें बताना है इनमें जो ऑप्शंस दिए हुए हैं इनमें से कौन सा जो है सेकेंड शेड्यूल में फॉल करता है ऑफ द एक्ट. अ सूट टू ऑब्टेन इंजंक्शन, ये सेकेंड शेड्यूल में फॉल करता है अंडर एंट्री 15. सो दिस इज़ राइट. अ सूट टू रेस्ट्रेन वेस्ट, actually it falls under entry 17, I'm sorry. Next is a suit to restrain waste, ये भी फॉल करता है एंट्री 10 में फॉल करता है ये. a suit for specific performance of contract, ये भी फॉल करता है सेकेंड शेड्यूल की 15 एंट्री में 15. a suit for recovery of rent other than house rent, ये भी सेकेंड शेड्यूल की एंट्री 8 में फॉल करता है. ये एंट्री 17 में फॉल करता है, ये 10 में फॉल करता है, ये 15 में फॉल करता है और ये 8 में फॉल करता है. तो क्वेश्चन इज़ डिफेक्टिव बिकॉज सारे ही सही आंसर्स हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 77. कोर्ट एज डिफाइंड इन द आर्बिट्रेशन एंड कंसीलिएशन एक्ट 1996 मीन्स द प्रिंसिपल सिविल कोर्ट ऑफ जुरिसडिक्शन इन अ डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड इंक्लूड्स द हाई कोर्ट, includes any civil court of a grade inferior to such principal civil court or any court of small causes. No. Means the metropolitan magistrate court? No. Means the revenue courts? No. तो हमारा सही आंसर हो जाएगा ऑप्शन ए. And it is provided in section 21E of the Arbitration and the Conciliation Act. ऑल्सो देयर हैज़ बिन एन अमेंडमेंट, आर्बिट्रेशन कंसिलिएशन एक्ट में अमेंडमेंट हुआ है, वहाँ पे अलग तरीके से डेफिनेशन प्रोवाइड करी गई है. सो यू शुड गो एंड चेक दैट. आई हैव गिवन यू द आंसर इन कॉन्सोनेंस विद दैट अमेंडमेंट एक्ट ओनली, बट यू शुड डेफिनेटली गो एंड चेक द न्यू डेफिनेशन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 78. Matters clearly illegal or purely criminal can be referred to arbitration, cannot be referred to arbitration, can be referred to sessions court or can be referred to the criminal courts. तो सही आंसर हो जाएगा कैन नॉट बी रेफर टू दी आर्बिट्रेशन. ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर. Question number 79. Specific question of law in arbitration. Cannot be referred to arbitration, can be referred to arbitration, can be decided by the parties to the arbitration, or can be decided by the criminal courts. तो सही आंसर हो जाएगा कैन नॉट बी रेफर्ड टू आर्बिट्रेशन. ऑप्शन ए इज द राइट आंसर. Question number 80. A party to an arbitration agreement should apply for the stay before taking any step in the proceeding and before filing a written statement. Can apply at any stage before passing of the decree. Cannot apply for the stay, or can refer the matter to a sessions court. Correct answer हो जाएगा can apply at any stage before passing of the decree. Correct answer है option B. Question number 81. The parties to an arbitration cannot appoint more than 2 arbitrators, are free to determine the number of the arbitrators provided that such number shall not be an even number, cannot appoint an arbitrator without the leave of the court, or can appoint an uneven number of arbitrators. तो सही आंसर है are free to determine the number of arbitrators provided that such number shall not be an even number. Option B is the right answer. और ये कहाँ provided है? It is provided under section 10 of the Arbitration and the Conciliation Act. Question number 82. An arbitrator must be a person of Indian nationality, may be a minor, may be of any nationality unless otherwise agreed by the parties, or may be a person interested in the subject matter. तो सही आंसर है may be of any nationality unless otherwise agreed by the parties. C is the right answer और ये provided है section 11 of the Arbitration and the Conciliation Act. Question number 83. An arbitrator can be removed if he is not an insolvent, can be removed if he appeared as a witness in prosecution in secret proceedings against the party seeking to revoke, can be removed even if he is not guilty of misconduct, or can be removed if he is found to be indebted to a party. तो हमारा सही आंसर हो जाएगा can be removed if he appeared as a witness in prosecution in secret proceedings against the party seeking to revoke. Option B is the right answer. Question number 84. The arbitral tribunal shall not be bound by the Code of Civil Procedure or the Indian Evidence Act, shall follow the Code of Civil Procedure, shall follow the Indian Evidence Act, or shall follow the arbitrary procedure. Correct answer है shall not be bound by the Code of Civil Procedure or the Indian Evidence Act. A is the right answer. Question number 85. Refusing an adjournment asked for without sufficient cause is misconduct of an arbitrator, is not a misconduct of an arbitrator, vitiates the proceedings, or shall be a ground for setting aside the award. तो सही आंसर है is not a misconduct of the arbitrator. B is the right answer. Question number 86. The sections in the Code of Civil Procedure can be amended by the Parliament, can be amended by the High Court or the state legislature, can be amended by the court hearing the suit, or can be amended by the parties to the suit. तो सही आंसर हो जाएगा can be amended by the Parliament. CPC में कहीं एक्सप्लिसिटली लिखा नहीं है कि ये सेक्शंस कौन अमेंड कर सकता है, कि मतलब हाई कोर्ट एम्पावर्ड है या नहीं है, बट विद रिगार्ड टू द अमेंडमेंट ऑफ द ऑर्डर्स द हाई कोर्ट इज़ एम्पावर्ड. और ये कहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है? अंडर सेक्शन 122 ऑफ द CPC, बट सेक्शंस के लिए कहीं भी एक्सप्लिसिटली प्रोवाइडेड नहीं है. तो इसका हमारा सही आंसर हो जाएगा ऑप्शन ए. Question number 87. The orders and rules in the first schedule of the Code of Civil Procedure are mere guidelines, will prevail over the provisions of a section. ये नहीं हो सकता बिल्कुल भी. Cannot override the provisions in a section, or the courts are bound to follow them. The courts are not bound to follow them. तो इसका सही आंसर हो जाएगा cannot override the provisions in a section, because जो orders होते हैं और sections होते हैं वो parallelly चलते हैं. In fact जो orders होते हैं वो sections की explanation होते हैं. So here correct answer would be option C. Question number 88. Subject to the pecuniary or other limitation prescribed by any law, suits for recovery of possession of immovable property must be instituted in the court within whose jurisdiction both the parties reside, within whose jurisdiction the defendants reside, within whose jurisdiction the plaintiff resides, or within whose local limits of jurisdiction the property is situated. Correct answer है within whose local limits of jurisdiction the property is situated, as per section 16 of the Code of Civil Procedure. Question number 89. The principle of res judicata applies to criminal proceedings also, applies to suit only, applies to execution proceedings also, can be decided by the parties to the suit. तो सही आंसर है applies to the execution proceedings also. Option C is the right answer. और res judicata कहाँ पे provided है? Section 11 of the Code of Civil Procedure. Question number 90. Compensatory cost in respect of false and vexatious claim or defense can be awarded up to rupees 10,000, 1,000, 500 or 3,000. Correct answer है 3,000. Option D is the right answer, and it is provided under section 35A of the Code of Civil Procedure. Section 35 बात करता है जनरल कॉस्ट के बारे में. सेक्शन 35A बात करता है कॉम्पनसेटरी कॉस्ट इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ फॉल्स एंड वेक्सेशियस क्लेम और डिफेंस, और 35B जो है बात करता है कॉस्ट फॉर कॉजिंग डिले. Question number 91. Books of account are liable to attachment and sale in execution of a decree, are not liable to attachment and sale in execution of a decree, are no evidence in the eyes of law, can be the sole evidence to decide a suit. Correct answer है they are not liable to attachment and sale in a execution of a decree, and it is as per section 60 of the CPC. Question number 92. An appeal shall lie from all orders passed by the court, only from such orders as provided in the Code of Civil Procedure, from none of the orders passed by the district courts, from none of the decrees passed by the district courts. Correct answer है only from such orders as provided in the CPC under section 104 read with order 43 of the Code of Civil Procedure. Question number 93. The Code of Civil Procedure exempts the ministers of states from personal appearance in court, does not exempt any person from personal appearance in court, exempts advocates from personal appearance in courts, or exempts municipal commissioners from personal appearance in courts. Correct answer हो जाएगा exempts ministers of states from personal appearance in court. Option A is the right answer. और ये कहाँ पर प्रोवाइडेड है? इट इज़ प्रोवाइडेड इन सेक्शन 133 ऑफ द कोड ऑफ सिविल प्रोसीजर. और जो सेम एग्जेम्पशन है विमेन को भी प्रोवाइडेड है अंडर सेक्शन 132 ऑफ द CPC. क्वेश्चन नंबर 94. A plaintiff cannot unite several causes of action in the same suit, can unite several causes of action in the same suit against the same defendant, unite only some causes of action in a suit, or unite only the questions of law in a suit. सही आंसर है can unite several causes of action in the same suit against the same defendant. Option B is the right answer. It is provided under order 2 rule 3 of the CPC. Question number 95. The court can allow amendment of pleading at any stage of the proceeding. A party can amend his pleadings at any stage, cannot allow amendment of pleadings, or can allow amendment of written statement only. हो जाएगा option A, can allow the amendment of pleadings at any stage of the proceeding. obviously before the commencement of trial, as per order 6 rule 17 of the Code of Civil Procedure. Question number 96. The court has no power to record the admissions of parties at any stage of the proceeding, has power to record admissions only on issues of law, has power to record admissions of parties at any stage of the proceeding, or cannot record admissions at all. Correct answer है has power to record the admissions of the parties at any stage of the proceeding as per order 12 of the Code of Civil Procedure. Question number 97. No person or no one shall be ordered to attend the court in person to give evidence unless he resides within 50 kilometers from the courthouse. Instead of kilometers, it should be miles. Then option B is unless he resides within 100 miles from the courthouse, unless he resides within 1000 miles from the courthouse, or unless he resides within 500 miles from the courthouse. तो हमारा सही आंसर हो जाएगा unless he resides within 50 miles from the courthouse. Option A is the right answer. Question number 98. Affidavits to be filed in a court can be authenticated by a minister of state, cannot be authenticated except by the judge presiding, authenticated by a judge, magistrate or a notary, authenticated by an advocate. तो करेक्ट आंसर है ऑथेंटिकेटेड बाय अ जज, मैजिस्ट्रेट और अ नोटरी. ऑप्शन सी इज़ दी राइट आंसर. अब जो एफिडेविट्स हैं इनके बारे में बात करी गई है सेक्शन 139 रेड विद ऑर्डर 19 ऑफ द CPC. क्वेश्चन नंबर 99. एन एप्लीकेशन फॉर रिव्यू ऑफ एन ऑर्डर और अ डिक्री कैन बी मेड टू द एपेलेट कोर्ट बाय एन एडवोकेट फॉर अ पार्टी, by a sessions judge, or to the court that made the order or passed the decree. So review हमेशा सेम कोर्ट करती है जिसने ऑर्डर पास किया होता है. So the answer would be option D, to the court that made the order or passed the decree. और ये कहाँ प्रोवाइडेड है? It is provided in section 114 of the CPC read with order 47. Question number 100. Inherent powers of the court can be exercised for the ends of justice or to prevent the abuse of the process of the court, or even when there is a specific provision in the Code of Civil Procedure to help a party or to defeat the ends of justice. So correct answer है for the ends of justice or to prevent the abuse of the process of the court. Option A is the right answer. और ये कहाँ provided है? Section 151 of the Code of Civil Procedure. इसके साथ हमारा बिहार जुडिशियल सर्विस 2000 का प्री का पेपर फिनिश होता है. प्लीज़ मेरे चैनल को शेयर करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और लाइक करें. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. तब तक के लिए बाय, टेक केयर.